It's fall. We've made it past the school year hustle and bustle, back to school time. We are quickly approaching Thanksgiving and Christmas and the craziness that ensues then. We're in this narrow little window of everything in my house is driving me crazy. I need to get it sorted, figured out before all the Christmas stuff rolls in. So today I'm gonna be doing a little decluttering in some areas that are driving me crazy currently after all of this craziness of back to school and stuff getting shoved into drawers and cabinets and our system's kind of getting a little wonky. I'm gonna take you guys along as I organize and declutter just a few areas in my home that have been driving me crazy. So find some owning areas in your house and do the same with me. And make sure you watch till the end. I will be sharing where I have been the last like 5 weeks. I've been MIA on Instagram and YouTube, and I'm gonna be sharing why. It's a little emotional, but something I really want to share with you all. So let's organize and then get to the little bit not so great part at the end. The first area we're tackling today is the infamous junk drawer. Now, it's never gonna be perfect. I know as we live life and take things out, put things back, it's gonna get to be a jumbled mess. So I'm gonna go through and just kind of tidy this up. This is much better. I've got permanent markers. My husband uses these at work a lot, so he's usually grabbing them. Just some pens and things. I do have some up here as well. And then refills, a stapler, some staples, and a whiteout pen. These are those like loop earplugs. If the noise is becoming too much, I can put those in my ears. Some frog tape, chargers and batteries for the camera. This is just like chapstick and hand cream and floss. We've got stuff for my glasses. These are reward sticker charts for our reward chart. Some post-its and things. Charging cords that we use often. This is a blackout thing for our mail. Some double-sided tape. Some nail supplies. Some power banks and extra SD cards. And then a measuring tape. So everything else is either getting thrown. I have some stuff for my husband that probably doesn't belong in here that he'll need to find a place for, or I'll find a place in here if he wants to keep some of that. And then just some cords that don't belong in here that go somewhere else. Next up is this area in our upstairs hallway, which is our linen closet. It's a really nice size. It has a really good organizational system that has worked for a long time. However, as you can see, things get kind of thrown in here. There's stuff to throw away or donate, and so I'm just gonna quickly go through all of this. I'm not like deep cleaning or anything. I'm just trying to get it back up and tidy. So I believe I have a whole video where I switched basically this whole linen closet to this system with these drawer units, which I really, really love because like if I'm painting a girl's nails, I can just take this whole drawer out. It's easy to find everything. However, sometimes stuff starts to overflow, which is when I need to go through and declutter and organize. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So I'm taking out all of the nail tools and just keeping nail polish in here. And then I'll move the tools to a different spot. Okay, this is like, I think my gel nail set. So I'm actually just gonna put all the nail tools in here. And then I have a bunch of stickers for doing nails, so I'm gonna also put those in here. Okay, this is where I keep a lot of the girls' bath supplies. We don't need this anymore. It's for babies so you don't get water in their face. Our cat eats all the foam bath toys, so I'm just gonna get rid of those. I keep all of their toothbrushing stuff that they use on the daily in here. So that's pretty organized right now, so I don't really have to do anything for that. And then they take iron in the morning, so I keep that in there. Okay, fake nail stuff. I haven't done them in forever, but if I ever want to, I'm not gonna get rid of these because they last forever. So I'm gonna keep those here. And then just some more nail. I was really into doing my nails for a while. Now I haven't for a long time. And then also, so I have stickers here. I'll move up with the other stickers. This is all dip nail stuff. So basically, if you ever want to have like a nail party, come to my house because I have a ton of stuff. And then over here is basically all my husband's stuff. It's just some like first aid stuff, shaving stuff for his head and beard and all that kind of stuff. And then down here, this is all hair stuff for the girls. So I've got ribbon and headbands and things, randomness. I'm gonna move some of these. These are baby ones, which I probably should get rid of. I don't know if I can do it. These are all regular headbands. And these are all like elastic headbands. And then I moved all their bows onto the back of our daughter's door. I'll show you that in a second. And then I have pull-ups squished back here. Actually, these could go. We're not quite potty training yet, but soon I'll stick these in here. Here, get this hairspray. And then in here is just some like facial things. This is probably expired. Sure it is. And then I have a nice spot for 3 different puke buckets all ready to go because we've had to use them a lot in the last year. So I have 3, so 3 people can be puking at the same time and we'll have buckets for them. And then I just keep this laundry basket with dirty towels, so when this fills up, then I wash them, and some toilet paper. I'd say that's good. Not perfectly clean or anything, but put back together. I had this wire like bulletin board thing that I got for $3 like 2 years ago, and I loved it. It was such a steal because normally they're $25. I couldn't get myself to donate them. I think I had 2, so I think I donated 1. But I ended up just using command hooks and sticking this on the back of our daughter's door, and it is perfect for displaying their bows so they're not falling off all the time. We can easily see them, and I love this idea. Last up is one of my favorite things, which are kid books. But as you can see, our cabinet is overflowing, and I know with Christmas and birthdays and Easter and all that, we're gonna accumulate more, and so I'm gonna go through and get rid of hopefully a good amount, like not even close to half or anything, probably not even close to a quarter, but just any that I don't love, that we don't really read, that maybe we just didn't like, and donate them. Did you guys ever read these Joy Wilt books? I used to read them before bed. My mom had a whole set and she's now passed it on to me, so I cannot get rid of these. But I think if I stack them differently, they'll take up less space. So I have this huge stack of storybooks, so like with multiple stories in them. And this bottom was full of these, plus like looking books, which are books that we, you know, the kids can look and find things, which we love. I love to leave these out for the kids. And then our board books. And so I think I'm going to take all these storybooks and move them down into the playroom where I keep our chapter books and things like that. Because we really don't pull these from here a whole lot, so I think I'm gonna purge a few and then keep the rest down there so that the looking books and the board books can all stay here. The only one I can get myself to donate is the stories for 1-year-olds, because I don't have a 1-year-old and I don't plan to have any more kids, but then part of me is sad to get rid of it, but I need to pass this one on. Okay, so it's still pretty full, but not overflowing. So I have, these are all like animal books, school books, like about school, and then we have holidays and seasons. So I have all of our like fall and Halloween books out right now, so I'm making sure to leave space for when those go back in, but these are all winter, so these will all be coming out. Then I have just a few books by theme, so these are like having trouble going to sleep or having nightmares kind of books. And then we have ones about having another baby just in case, or if we have a friend who's having a baby or whatever. And then we have ones about potty training. Then I just have, you know, some books that are a series. We've got Curious George, Llama Llama, Pinkalicious, Clifford, Pete the Cat. And then these I just stacked because then I can always build up. So we have the Dave Ramsey series, Dr. Seuss. Our girls love these fairy books. Brave books, the Joy Wilt books, our Golden books, Little Critter and Berenstain Bears. And then these, I do have potty training. Potty training are here, and then fire related for when I did daycare, just in case we're like doing fire drills or anything. And then these are just pretty much just random books. And then I have Usborne books, random books, looking books, and then board books. So now we have some room to grow a little bit. So here's all the books to donate. Some were duplicates and some I just don't really like, so those are going to get donated. So where have I been? I try to be as authentic as possible on YouTube, on Instagram, sharing as real of a picture as I can. Obviously, I'm not going to share our medical history. I'm not going to share like when my husband and I have a disagreement or argument. I'm not going to share when I have a day where I'm yelling at my kids. Like, we all have things that go on that we don't share with the whole world. And I think that's healthy, but it's hard for me because I don't ever want to paint this perfect picture of my life, because I think that's unhealthy for people to see. And yet I still want to have boundaries and not put my kids in the spotlight and have the whole world know everything about them. And I still am honestly a very private person. Like, it's hard for me to come out of my shell with people I just met. I love meeting new people, and I do definitely open up with people I trust, but that's where it's really hard online for me, because there's so many people that just show the good and probably lie about the good and don't ever talk about the bad, or they use the bad to get more people to follow them and clickbait and stuff like that. And I'm just, that's been really hard for me to navigate because that's not who I am. I try to be as real as possible. But things happen in life. There are tons of things that have happened in my life that I don't share publicly, and I don't want that to come across as like I lie about things. It's just, you know, I'm sure you can think of some things in your life that you wouldn't want the whole internet to know about, or that you struggle with, and that's very private for your family or your friends, or something that you don't share. And so that is something that's really hard for me. And so I've been going through something in the last like 6 weeks that I knew I would share about, because it is something that you guys will all find out anyway, but I really needed time to process. And in that time, I can't come online and just be like, everything's going fine, when it wasn't. But I wasn't ready to talk about it yet. So long story short, not pregnant, not getting divorced or anything like that, but I did decide to close my work-life glue box. And the reason behind that, I want to be honest about, is that I started it at a really hard time. And I think businesses definitely can start during hard economic times and do well. But I know for at least the type of subscription box I had and the model of a subscription box, and the fact that a lot of subscription boxes are struggling, I now realize like the timing wasn't ideal. Had I started a couple years ago, it probably would have been better, maybe waited a couple years, but obviously a lot of us did not see gas prices spiking and groceries costing an arm and a leg and things like that. So between August and September, I was already having, you know, all year a very hard time getting subscribers, and I started at a way lower number than I ever anticipated, so that was hard. And then from August to September, I lost over half of my subscribers, and it got to the point where I had to decide, is it worth a couple $100s a month to maybe even losing money every month, because I'm buying products in advance and I'm trying to project a number that's really hard to project when some months you're going up and some months you're going down. And based on that month, I was going down real fast. And so I decided to just cut my losses and end the subscription box, because quite honestly, the stress of it all was really, really getting to me. The stress of like, I need to make this work. I have all these people depending on me for these boxes, and my family depending on me to make money. And it was just very, very stressful. And so I decided to close the box, and it was very, very sad. I'm not gonna lie, I bawled my eyes out for days. I was in a really bad funk. Like, if I talked to a friend about it, I'd started bawling. I think because being a person online, like, you want to be successful, and you want to, especially me, I have such a passion for motivating moms, and I felt kind of like a fraud, even though I'm still making money online even without the subscription box. I just kind of felt like I wasn't just letting myself down, I was letting down all these people who follow me. So, but I'm gonna be real and honest. Like, maybe you feel that way and you wanna unsubscribe, I totally get it. But I also realize that this story can be a story of picking up your big girl pants, putting them back on, and trying something else. And so that's what I'm deciding to do now. I did think about just quitting online altogether. I was like, I've been working at this for so long, and I just want to be private and not share anything ever again. And then I realized, like, I just love helping others. I love connecting with people, and I do love sharing my life online to some degree. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep being on YouTube. I'm gonna keep being on Instagram. I do have other plans for other streams of revenue that I'm sure I will talk about eventually, but I'm going to be kind of private about that for a while I figure it all out. And yeah, so that's where I'm at. I didn't feel right not talking about it because obviously I already told my subscription box subscribers, and obviously you would see like I'm not talking about and promoting it anymore, and I just didn't want to be one of those people who doesn't share something really big that's kind of obvious and like string you guys along or just sweep it under the rug. I wanted to be transparent, and so I'm finally ready to talk about it, and that's what it is. So the box is done. The good news for you with Christmas coming up is that I am selling all of my excess inventory for 55% off, which is lower than you could even buy it if you were a retailer buying it from the wholesale directly. So you're not going to find these prices anywhere else. You can use the code closeout, one word. I'll have the information in the description at worklifegluebox.com. You can go and use that code in my shop. I want to get rid of everything, so please check it out if there's anything you want in there. Email me if you have a big order, and I might even give you a bigger discount, so just keep that in mind. Or if you want like a lot of something, I can give you the full numbers of how much I have, like if you're selling products, or maybe you want something for your whole family or something for Christmas. So definitely go check that out. I truly believe that a person only really fails if they give up completely, and something I am very proud of myself for, that if anything, by the end of my life, darn it, I was gonna try to get through this without crying. Even if it all goes down the crapper and I'm never online again and I don't have a successful business and yada yada yada, I want my girls to know that I keep trying, and even if I don't end up with the legacy I want to leave them, I want to leave a legacy of continuing and not giving up. So I hope that's the moral of this story. I hope. Sorry for the tears. I thought I could get through it without crying, and it's still kind of raw. So anyway, if you're watching this and you have a dream, maybe you're working on it, maybe you feel like you failed, you can pivot, you can try something new. You don't have to let that failure define you permanently. Most success stories and where I found a lot of peace and hope and strength is from reading people's stories of about to give up, and then they made it big, or they tried something new and that's really what took off for them, or you know, all those success stories of where they thought it wasn't going to happen but they kept going, they persevered. And that's one of my biggest strengths, if I'm gonna toot my own horn about something, is that I keep going even when maybe other people would have quit, maybe even experts would tell me to quit, but I keep going, and I want that to be an inspiration, if anything, because businesses fail, businesses go under, and it's not a failure if you learn from it and you take from it and you apply that to something new, whether it's another business or your motherhood or friendships or a career, whatever it may be. But I'm not gonna let it get me down. I'm gonna keep going, and yeah. Thank you guys for listening to me ramble about that for 9 minutes. Thank you guys for coming along and decluttering with me and seeing my little announcement. Please keep the comments nice. This has been very hard for me to share, but something that I think most people online don't share, the truth behind failures and things not going the way they had thought they would. But I really want to be an open book as far as that goes, of sometimes things don't work out and that's okay, and how to pivot. And hopefully this journey that I'm heading into now will be inspirational of how you can go from one thing not working out the way you thought it would to something new, and to never give up. That's really what I want my story to hopefully be, because I really did think about giving up completely, but that's just not in my DNA. So thank you guys so much. Happy to be back, and I can't wait to be connecting with you more once again online. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.